despise myself for how I feel when I see it.
Right.
Nor do I despise myself if I see it in my life.
Right.
I just talk with God about it, right?
Right.
And when I describe the dynamics of what's going on, it isn't for us to try to write down a formula. The reason why I say that is because it catches people up into that when I describe it, even if they don't understand it. But if you try to make a principle with your head, with the dynamics of what I described, woe is you.
Right.
And you're going to feel the woes. You're going to feel the woes because now you're trying to sort it out in your head, and you're going to weigh yourself in the balance by whether or not you think you sorted out what Greg described. It's on a deep inner heart level with whether or not you sorted that out in your own head, right? And you'll never get there. But what I will say is that, like I said a few weeks ago, you have a certainty that eternal life is working itself out in you.
Yeah.
You have a certainty that the seed that was planted in you is incorruptible. Do you know what that means? Nothing can keep it freaking from growing.
Right.
That's good.
And so it is freaking growing. And it will keep growing, and it will keep growing inside of you, and it will keep bringing forth more life in you, and it will keep weeding out weeds inside of you, and you'll find eternal life working more and more inside of you. It doesn't mean you can't be happy till you get there. It doesn't mean that's where you're trying to get. I'm just describing what we know will happen to us.
Yeah.
And I'm not just speaking theoretically. I see it in myself, man.
Right.
I see it in myself. Just today, something happened to me that, a couple of years ago, I would have been bent. And I would have been frustrated and thought, what the hell? How long, Lord? Seriously. And within half a second, all of a sudden I felt like, glory to God. All that sorted itself inside of me. Now listen, God's outside of time. You can even find that you cried out to God outside of time. Meaning, I know in my heart I cried out to God, yet I don't really recall crying out to God.
Sure, right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because in my heart, I found salvation from what was ailing me almost instantaneously, and so I know in my heart I connected with God. But I can't pick it with my head when it happened.
Right.
I can't say, oh, I did it here. No. Right?
Yeah.
So it will sort itself out in you, and it will bring you peace.
I just have this